What's up, fellow duck hunters? My name is Alan Crow, and I'm just here working on my boat, getting my winch ready for duck season. Because if you're a duck hunter on the Texas coastline, if you hunt enough, you're gonna get stuck. So a good winch is definitely something to have. I'm just installing the remote. We'll see if that works here in just a minute. But I want to talk to you about some things that have been going on, specifically drain tile setback. And I want to tell you something. Today is August 13th. I waited until after Ducks Unlimited had their petition signing, their comment making, call to action, because that's what it was. It was a call to action. And I waited until all of that was over to make this video. And today I'm making this video in response to a particular podcast, you know, your standard run-of-the-mill podcast, duck hunting podcast. They are just dumbfounded that they can't get more people, more duck hunters, to sign a petition and make a comment for Ducks Unlimited. And I'm here to tell you, I did not sign the petition for drain tile setback. I did not make a comment for drain tile setback, and I'm about to tell you why. They only had like 200,000 people sign the petition and make a comment on it. And here's why I didn't. And I'm thinking this is why a lot of South Texas or a lot of southern coastal duck hunters didn't get involved with this. I can only speak for myself. I don't know. I didn't want to influence people by making a decision either way. When it came to the deadline of making the comment and signing the petition, so I waited until today because I didn't want to affect any change. I didn't want to influence anybody either way. All I'm here to do today is tell you why I didn't and why I think most southern duck hunters didn't. It's because of the flooded corn debate that's going on right now. It's been going on for a long time. It's been raging for at least 15 years, but it's been going on for at least 20. And it is in response to the changes that were made to the Migratory Bird Act in 1999 and 1998. I will not give Ducks Unlimited any money. I will not support them. I will not support any cause that they're involved in, and I will not be a part of any call to action that they have. And here's why. Because the changes that were made to the Migratory Bird Act in 1999 and 1998 were a direct result of organizations like Ducks Unlimited lobbying Congress to make those changes. The changes were made because Ducks Unlimited, in part, there was a lot of other organizations that lobbied for those changes as well, but in part because Ducks Unlimited wanted those changes made. And those changes led to high numbers of acres of flooded corn in the north. And it, we believe, is holding up the migration and having adverse effects on the ducks. We have been outspoken about this for decades. This has been going on for decades. We have been voicing our opinions for decades. And nobody's listening, especially Ducks Unlimited. And I understand why. Ducks Unlimited lobbied for those changes. They wanted those changes. They forced those changes. They made those changes happen to the Migratory Bird Act in 1998 and 1999. A lot of people think that it has to do with liability of baiting fields. And it does. And I would like to see those changes. I would like to see everything that was changed in 1999 and 1998 reversed. Because it's your duty, it's your responsibility to know where you're hunting, to know whether you're hunting over a baited field or not. it's not just the liability of the person that put it there, it's the liability of the hunter. So even that, that's not an excuse. Those changes were made so that there could be a standardization for across the board, across every state, for flooding agricultural row crops and hunting over them and using them to hold birds. That's what it was about. And Ducks Unlimited played an integral part in that. And because of that, we've been trying to get their attention for years to try to call attention to what was happening. Maybe they just didn't know. Well, they've been ignoring us. As a matter of fact, they've been fighting us. They've been fighting us on this very issue, telling us that there's no way that anybody or anything could hold up a migration or could shortstop birds, and getting the eye roll when we try to voice our opinion and voice what's going on. We've been at this for decades, and it's still a raging debate. But Ducks Unlimited does not pay attention to us. Ducks Unlimited does not address us, does not address our concerns. As a matter of fact, the Louisiana legislature has been the most successful at that, at asking Ducks Unlimited to address that. And they believe, Ducks Unlimited believes that flooded agricultural row crops is an integral habitat for ducks. We believe that it's not just having adverse effects on the health of the ducks, we believe that it's holding up the migration. Ducks Unlimited is not willing to help us with this issue. They're not willing to come out and do anything about it. And until they do, until they actually care about what's going on in the southern states, especially on the coastlines with the migration, I will not support any action, any call to action that Ducks Unlimited has. I don't care. If you want to be fair-minded, you have to address us as well. This drain tile thing, and the drain tile setback, I understand the issue. I understand it fully. I want to make that clear. I know what's going on. I'm not going to get involved. I'm not going to weigh in on a situation that is almost specifically for northern duck hunters and northern duck numbers, because our ducks have been in decline. Our ducks have been in decline for decades. We've seen a huge decline, not just in the last 10 years. We've seen a huge decline in ducks on the southern coastline of Louisiana, Texas, for decades. And until they address that, until they're willing to compromise with us, I'm not willing to compromise with them. That's the deal. And I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for that. I know that a lot of people are going to say a lot of things about me because of my viewpoints, and I understand. And I'm not asking you to have the same viewpoints. I'm just simply telling you why I didn't sign the petition, why I didn't make a comment, why I'm not petitioning the National Forest and Wildlife Service to change their mind on drain tile setback. Because Ducks Unlimited is not helping us. They're not concerned about what's going on down here. They're only concerned about what's happening up there. And that's why you only saw 200,000 people get involved with this petition and with this 200,000 duck hunters, get involved with this petition and get involved with these comments. The rest of us, or me in particular, I can't speak for everybody, just myself, I'm not interested in signing anything that Ducks Unlimited has to do with. Not until they address and reverse the wrongs that they created in 1998 and 1999. When they start addressing that, I'll get on board. I'll donate money. I will sign any petition. I will get involved, because that's conservation. It's not conservation to help out northern duck hunters and leave southern duck hunters out. It's not. And let me tell you something, drain tile setback, I understand. Understand exactly what it is. And I know that it'll probably affect our duck numbers, but guess what? Our duck numbers have been affected for a long, long time. This is not something that's about to happen or is happening. It's something that's been happening. We have good diver numbers, but our gray duck numbers have just fallen off. And you know what? Diver numbers are getting stronger. So it's not that we don't have any ducks to hunt. It's just the coveted ducks that everybody loves to shoot and everybody loves to hunt. They're not coming here anymore. So I just wanted to weigh in on this, and I just wanted to let you guys know, because the standard duck hunting podcasts that are available to us are dumbfounded as to, they're looking for a reason. They want to know why only 200,000 duck hunters signed the petition and only 200,000 duck hunters left a comment. They're looking for a reason. Well, this is it. Until Ducks Unlimited, until these conservation groups reverse what they did in 1998 and 1999, and they are responsible for it. They lobbied for it. They pushed for those changes. I don't want anything to do with them. I won't give them money. I definitely won't be a part of any call to action that they have. And now we're finding out just how bad corn, especially wet corn, is for ducks. I don't understand the problem. So here's the deal. If you want southern duck hunters to get on board with this, compromise with us and make these changes. Make these changes happen so that we can all be happy. We're not just going to vote for something to change for you guys because you guys think it's important. We're going to vote for something that changes us. Any call to action that we're going to be a part of is going to affect us directly. And until you change the thing that affects us the most, that we feel affects us the most, no call to action, no action, no money. No, absolutely not. We're going to keep duck hunting. We're not going to stop. We're just not going to be a part of your movement. We're not going to be a part of your conservation. And that's what I wanted to say. That's why I didn't vote. That's why I didn't sign a petition. That's why I didn't make a comment. Is because this whole situation has me pretty upset. So I don't want to make this video too long, but I just wanted to let you in on that and let you know I understand drain tile setback. I understand that it's a bad thing for all of us. I get it. I understand that. But until you're willing to compromise and come to the table and cover a litany of issues, especially our issue, I will not be involved. I will not be involved with you. I will not donate. I will not give you money. So, with that being said, I'm going to get back to what I do best. I've been spending all off season fixing up this boat. Let's see if it works. How about that? That's what I'm talking about. Till next time.